Hello, guys. Confirm me if I am audible to you. Okay, looks like you can hear me. Good. So let's give 2-3 minutes time. People will join. They might take 1-2 minutes. Before that, so where are you guys from? I just want to know from which place you are seeing this webinar session today. Just post your city name so people will know from where we are saying that. Pune, Mumbai, Rajasthan, Germany, good. London, Hyderabad, USA, Mexico, Jharkhand, Egypt, Nepal, Amsterdam. Recently I went there. It's very good place. Chennai, Toronto, Kerala. All over. Okay, Shailesh is from Mars. Great. Singapore. Okay, so let's get started. I think it's been a minute. Yes, let's wait for one more minute. There are very, very good topics I want to discuss today. Many interview tips, career point of view, career guidance, and what are the things you have to focus for next few months. How is the market changing? What are the new tools trending? What are the job JD people are looking for. I personally did a lot of research, at least from last 10 days, to get very good content for this live. It's just not a random live I am doing. I've been done a lot of hard work, like what's going on, and I spoke to few technical recruiters as well, and I have noted down some notes which I want to discuss with you today. So let's get started, guys. Yeah, thanks. So I see so many locations. So we will get into the topic. So this is our agenda today. I would be showing some automation practice applications and what's good about them. And then I'll talk about interview preparation strategies and how you should be setting your tone in interviews. What are the different programming languages we have, right? Which one to choose, and what different automation tools we have, and what you should consider for next job move, and what are the recent courses I have released, and what is the benefit out of it, why you should go through them, how it should help you in your next job move or salary hike in your companies. And then I would definitely take a chat session for some time for some valuable questions from you to see, and I'll try to answer all of them. Okay, so with this agenda, guys, we will get started, and definitely let's keep this live crisp with the up to the point. So first one, live practice applications. See, if you go to internet, you have lot of applications, right, to practice in automation. I also provided so many web applications for practice. But what is the special I'm talking today? So you might have seen this because I have pushed this update in my recent courses like Selenium, REST API, Postman courses. So one good thing about this application is, first to reach this, you have to give this URL, client. Okay, don't go with this URL. So rahulshettyacademy.com/client. So I made this application which will helpful for both UI automation as well as API automation. Okay, so that means every call what you make here is backend, there will be some REST API calls made. So that means using API testing, you can create an order. Okay, so this is an e-commerce application. So you log in, you go and buy one item, right? You do it through UI. You can also do that through API and come back to the UI portal here and see if that order is displaying here. So that way you know that your API response is correctly being done. So this is a combination of API and a UI. So let me give you a high level demonstration, and I will tell you where I have added these new lectures with on this application in the courses, so you can go back and see. And this is a damn good for you to practice. So let's get started. First thing, anybody, you should create your own account. Okay, there is no common account. Go ahead and give your username and password, create one account. Okay, so that account creation is also one API. So how to see all that, I will tell you. So let's say I have one. I'll go ahead and log in. Right. So before I log in, I'll open the network tag, because I want to show how the API calls being made so that you can parallelly see the REST API things also. Log in. Perfect. So after you log in, you see that one REST API call made that you can see in the network tab. So let's say you want to have the contract, like what is the URL? So this is the URL. If you want to know the request headers, scroll down, and here you will have the headers and the response. In the response, one token is generated. This is a JSON response. Okay. Now, once you logged in, if you see, you got all the products here. Okay, so this is again somebody I think used my account while showing in the courses. So they created some random products. So you can create products from API calls. Okay, from front end, you can only automate of purchasing on order. But if you want to add a new product to this web portal, that you can do through API calls. Okay, where do you find that API calls? All I have included in my course, and also you can find it here. Now get all products is the call. Basically, this is the API call which is helping us to get all the information about these products, and this is loading on the page. Okay, so this is a get call, is a get or post. Okay, it's still the post call, but you can see the complete contract here, URL, and the response. You can see all the products. So basically, developer will consume this JSON response and they will design front end code to display here. Okay, so now I'll just add to cart, and let's go to here, checkout. The reason I am showing this is because rather than normal web application, this is something you can tweak data on your own in the backend using API calls. Okay, the control of data, like what products displaying, the image of the everything, you can control on your own on my website. That is the beauty. Okay, every time people cannot control other people's website, right? But now I made in such a way, you create your own account. So you cannot do on my login. You create your own login. On your login, you can control all the data of how this website should look like using API calls, and at the same time automate on the front end using your front end automation tools. Okay, so I will clear the all content. Now when I hit on submit, first I will add the country. Now fill all the details. These are like optional. Now when you place an order, see create order. So if you check out create order, this is an API call which is helping you to place an order on the backend. So this is the API call, and this is the payload like country, product IDs, everything, right? And this is the endpoint which helps to create order. And this is the response which tells you the product ID and saying order placed successfully. And now if you want to check your orders, if you have successfully placed or not, go to orders, and here you can see the orders. Right now you placed this order through web, right? You can also place this order through API automation. Okay, I know you might get doubt like where I can find all the API details. I'm coming there. Now using the API calls, you can delete, or you can delete from front end also, and verify that order is deleted. So all the details, you can view the order. Even view the order is also an API call. So though the order is displayed here, and here there is an actually one API call made, and this is a query parameter. See, ID equals to, this is the order ID. We are searching with this ID, and you got a response back with all the details. So my developer have used this JSON response to fill up this page. Okay, so I am trying to enhance this in the future with so much of data. This website will grow, and my ultimate goal is giving the control to my students to handle data, like create their own orders. See, One of my student already went through the course content, I think. But that guy, instead of creating his own account, I think he worked on my account. So he's doing some random things here. This is not my products which I added. Only top 3 products are static here, which you will always see. Bottom that you can add a number of products. See, somebody added car, right? This is not me. This is the students doing through API. See, this is like real time, guys. In real time also, to see data on your web app, in the back end, you have to do some operations like API calls. If you are in real time project, you would definitely know this. To make the data available on the front end, you have to do some work on the back end. So all that also I have given control. So now coming to the point, how I can practice all this. One simple thing is, this is the URL. If you try with rahulshettyacademy.com/client, only try this. Okay, so don't try with the full URL. You will get page cannot be displayed. We are trying to fix it, but that is breaking somewhere else, so I don't want to mess that. So just /client after my website and you will see this. Okay, and if you want API contract, I will make it available later, but problem is, see, I want for my only students, exclusively to my students. I don't want this to keep public and make this website a busy traffic, right? If I expose this everything, how to create data on the backend to public, everybody will use, they'll mess out of it, performance issues will come, website will go down, and my students will kick me out. Okay, so when they are in the middle of course, if they see bad experience, so that's why I didn't make this public. But if you have enrolled in my API testing courses, you would definitely see it there. Okay, so that means in my REST API automation with Java course, all the APIs contracts, there is one section I made, you can see that. Also in my Postman, this is also one API automation course, right? Here API automation is done on Postman. Here it is done on REST APIs with REST assured Java. So in both courses I have added. So with my students, obviously, if you are in my API testing student, you will be in one of this course. So there, just go ahead and search e-commerce or something. You will definitely find it there. So let me quickly see here. I think I added here end-to-end e-commerce API. So understand e-commerce API contracts, build in the Postman, create, automate, login call, everything, right? I have added it here. See, this is like 1.5 hours I added. So that means I gave you all information what you need to get started. But there are n number of things you can do on this website. Okay, it's power to you again how you want to tweak it and do UI automation with Selenium, Cypress, Playwright. Even for UI automation, this is excellent, right? You can create your account, log in, create order, and you can view the orders. The one good thing is the orders what you made, you can view again in the orders section. You can go and delete them, verify if the order is deleted. All those real-time scenarios, you can perform. Create order, verify here, view and delete it. Okay, and once you make an order, you get ID, right? Bring that ID and search in this table where that ID is present. So if you find in the second row, you should only click that particular row view details. So all these are so many nice scenarios. You can get it using Selenium front end also. So that's it for you. And I think this website will really help you to get more grow and get confidence on your projects and interviews. All right, guys, that's one thing I want to tell you. And now let's go to some very good questions on interview preparation. Yeah, I'm seeing some questions, guys, but I will slowly answer them when I'm taking live chat. So QA interview preparation strategy. See, I'll take 2 users, one student from one country, another student from another country, doesn't matter. So one person will tell me that, hey, I have taken your Selenium course, I got a job. And another person will tell me, I have completed and taken your Selenium course, but I could not clear interview. So what is the difference between these 2 people? Both have completed my courses, but one of them got job, right? Both have done same practice, same knowledge. Why? That because Selenium or I would say Cypress or Playwright, most of the people are in trance that UI automation is the only automation, that is the only thing what we need for interview preparation. No, that is one part of your whole interview process. So, but definitely I would give 40% to UI automation, right? People go through Selenium course and they will attend interviews. That is only that particular piece is not enough for you to clear interviews. There are other things also which you should consider, where most of them are not doing that. So some people are doing because of their already job experience and they're able to crack it. So what are other pieces we are missing here? So one thing is, in the interview panel, not everybody is in Selenium or automation expert, right? You would see some seniors sitting in the team. They don't know about automation. They test you on your testing skills. So they will give you real-time scenarios like, how would you do in this situation? What is the test plan? Like, how do you create scenarios? Like, if you have a 1 hour time to release, you have hundreds of test cases to execute. How smart you will sign off on your application? And they would say like, how would you troubleshoot your application? Where are the logs? Something on test related, not about code or automation. Keep them all side. They will also test your capability of handling a QA project. Okay. And those also you should be very good. Some people will get automatically with their job experience what they had in the past, but not everybody will follow good standards in their project, right? Some projects will not have much QA standards. They don't know all these scenarios. Then how? 20% weightage I would give for this manual. People think that manual is okay. What is there to ask a question on it? It's just a testing manually. That is not about manual testing. They test you on your QA process. The process, like what is your sprint release activities? How would you sign off on your QA activities, right? How would you run smoke suite? If there is a conflict, how would you resolve with your developer, right? When developers say no bug, and if you say bug, all these, so many things will be there. So people are not giving priority to this. This is most underrated. Manual, people just think that, okay, this is something we can take care, and they are jumping to Selenium. Please also concentrate on that. Even if you clear so many questions on Selenium, you answer very better. But if you fail on this basic process, then you will be out of the impression. Because seniors are somebody who will be the final judge, and they can judge you only on this. Even you can bluff on a UI automation, right? If somebody asks you some questions, you can confuse them with so many technical words. People sometimes think that, okay, this guy might know much, but you cannot confuse on this QA process, right? You will be screwed up if you try to answer some random questions. So this is something you need to focus. Again, how I should know that? And please, that you should consider that Rahul Shetty is just not for automation, right? I have put so many courses there to explain all this. People every time come and ask me that, give me automation courses, automation. Guys, focus on QA process as well. I'll tell you, this is the third biggest course in the Udemy. I have 30 courses. I'll write around 29. Then why this software testing QA process is trending on top third? Because people started realizing the importance of QA process in interviews, how the QA thing should be taken care. Everywhere, everything I have nicely consolidated. And obviously this is trending in Udemy also. So you can judge here. When it is trending in Udemy, that means people are giving focus to this. Don't just ignore this process of QA courses. Okay, you will get a lot of process questions, and from now I hope you will really consider it. Apart from this, in YouTube, search for in my channel there is one video like top 30 QA behavioral interview questions. Go through that video. That video is 1.5 hour video where I have collected so many good things. Maybe Raj, can you post YouTube link later in this comment section so people will get my that particular video? So don't go now because we are discussing a lot of things, right? So focus on. My ultimate goal here is to tell you that don't just overlook on this. Please concentrate on manual QA process as well. Google it and learn some interview questions on that. Next, what is other 20%? API testing. Okay, so just learn Selenium, and then if you think you will get a job, no. You should also have API testing because things are changing. Previously, QA means only UI automation, but now the way how things are going, they are calling test pyramid, white box testing, unit testing, integration testing. So many things are coming, right? So you should be at least able to perform well on your API testing. Now, let's say this is an app, right? Now, if this is something you have in your company, they would definitely need API testing also. They have to test all these endpoints. How it is possible if you don't have basics on API testing? You claim 8 years in your resume, 7 years experience in your resume, and if you can't answer the difference between post call and put call, you are gone. Because with the experience what you have, you should tell the difference between post and put. I'm just giving you one random example. Do you know now? Do you guys know what is the difference between that? If you are not, then yeah, you should go back and brush your API testing basics. So that is also required. I mean, I'm telling you all this because randomly people say I cleared the job, but some people are failing because you are not complete. The complete preparation is required when you go for interviews. So it's just not that, okay, 3 years back it worked. If you just know Selenium, people used to get impressed a lot. Now everybody knows Selenium. That is not the selling point. You should have some other charm in you. We are not in 2016 or 2017, it's 2023. I mean, in 2 months, of course. And the last 20%, all this you guys can do. I know. This is not a big deal. I shown a course in API also. I also discussed that this is the course available for API automation, and Postman also growing tremendously. You know, right? The way how Postman is growing, most of the teams are also looking into this. So you have everything with you. If you just go through my tutorial, all this will be covered. That's not a big deal. Another 20%, some companies might ask you to code, right? That is obvious. And some people might not ask you. So when they ask you to code, you should be having some knowledge on your programming language. Either code or questions on the programming language. Let's say if you are in Java, make sure you are very good in your object-oriented concepts. Like what is interface? What is inheritance? What is static keyword? What is this keyword? Where do you use constructor? What is final keyword? Where do you use private? See, these questions, are you good? What is different between hash table and hash map? So all these questions, see, even interviewers don't remember all those. They'll just open some YouTube or some website, Java interview questions, they'll hit it. They'll have some list, they'll put in before them and they'll keep on asking. Do you think they are experts in Java who ask you? Nothing. Okay. Even they also stuck like us in some manual shit. Okay. Everybody will tell me that, hey, I am working most on manual testing. Not us. Even who are interviewing you, they also don't have. They are also stuck like that only. They'll ask you questions because they'll also have answer there itself. So if you just Google and figure out some Java interview questions, that's fine. You will get it from there only. Don't think that you will get questions somewhere from outside, tricky way. Most of them will just Google and ask you standard questions everywhere, like constructor, all these. And next thing, that is theoretical questions, right? Practically also, okay, so I'm getting a question that highest quality is 144 pixel. So is it? Maybe I have reduced the latency because I want to see the real-time chat to answer questions. Screen seeing is not much important. Sorry about it, because you should more listen about the tips. I don't have much projection on the screen to show. That's okay. Please bear with me. Okay, now how it is, I have maximized this screen. I'm sure that it will look better for you now, right? Okay, so coding. I have told you so many times in so many live calls about coding, how you should get that fear out. So if not, after this live, there is a podcast series on my YouTube channel. There I have given a video like how to overcome coding fear and be pro in code. Okay, I have given very good number of tips. I spoke around 20 minutes. I don't want to repeat again that now. So go check out that video in my channel, right? So if you complete that, you will know where to start coding. And I have given a lot of motivation, like how you should think about start writing code. I don't expect you to create some massive logics, basic things. Try to create an array, reverse the array, small things, right? Even if you don't clear interviews in the logic, the way you write also people will look. Okay, it's just not about the real code, real solution approach. When you start writing, they will look the way how you are trying to approach logic. If you show some positive way of solving, sometimes when you are good in all these three topics, and here if you though you fail on the problem, but if you try some coding to show an approach of solving, yeah, that should be fine. That will help you to get a good feedback, instead of randomly giving up saying I don't know how to code. If you stuck even in creating array in the line number 1, they will turn off on you, right? So you need to create array, you start writing for loop, do some code, then people think that okay, this could be an interview tension or something, you can talk. But in the step 1 itself, if you don't start even writing anything, declaring array itself, if you trouble, then you cannot express, right? So this is very important. So consider all these points and then go for interview. Nobody can stop you, because the way gut feeling I am saying, what all you need for interview clearation, everything I provided. The only thing what you need to is just watch and practice, that's all. You don't need to investigate, explore, or go out, ask any friends, right? Previously when we don't have all this, we used to go friends and say, hey, can you explain me? Nothing is required. You already bought all these courses, right? Just sit down before laptop and finish it off, right? And if you need any core Java, so I don't know how many of you know, there is one core Java course also on mine. So there I have explained all the concepts. It's all about 10 hours, I guess. Just go and finish it. So most of them here are like having Udemy business, I think, right? That means your company is providing access to all Udemy courses for free if your company is enrolled in Udemy business. So just go and finish it off for no cost when your company is providing. Okay. If you don't provide also, the rates will be very less, right? Now it is showing 130, but I don't want to talk about that, but you will get for a very good deal, and you are expert in that to know for how much amount you want to buy. I won't comment on that. Okay. Right. So I hope this partition of what I have explained, I hope you guys take serious and change your perspective on your next job preparation. Because the why I stress is getting interview call itself is a precious. Okay, don't misuse it without random preparation. Don't float your resume without preparing. Take time. Don't upload your resume without you being confident, because you itself is not confident. How would you project yourself? When you get a call, utilize the opportunity, because that's a life changing for us. We don't know any other business, right? All we can survive is only with this IT. So if this is the life surviving, why should we not be serious? Think about it. Continuing to the same topic, third one, how should you set your tone to impress interview panel? So for this question, I did some research. I spoke to few people last week, and the feedback what I got is, see, you might be expert, guys. You are very confident, but you need not show that confidence in the first 10 minutes of your interview. I see many of people starting like this. If you ask them, tell me about yourself, they'll start saying, I created frameworks, I created this, so many things they'll tell. Like they will project themselves as a hero. Fine. See, that might hurt ego of your interviewers also, right? So the basic impression what people get is, the way you start saying that I am that and this, then the first question what you get also on that expert level question only you can expect. See, when you go in that range saying I create frameworks, I create data driven, I create hybrid, I created Java, I created JavaScript, I am the one, I am the king. This is how, if you say, right? Tone, the way of tone you project yourself like that, then first question you might get is the toughest question you have ever seen. So let's be calm, cool, go steady, slow progress. Start with a cool manner that the terminology matters, right? Words matter. Instead of using I created, I am done, you start like this. I was involved in. I was part of, I have contributed. See, these words can have lot of change in the perspective of their opinion. Don't, instead of saying I did everything, I was involved in the project where they have done. I was one of the contributor. I am the part of the project. Or sometimes we use the word we. We in our team we as a team did this. So that way that will help them to start questions very slowly get started like. But if you were show like that, then first question will be very tricky. Okay, that is something. This is the feedback I got from asking some of my students or technical panel. So tone, what you said matters. So another thing is, even if you are expert, the questions slowly can progress and they will think that, okay, this guy have real talent. Okay, they will match the way what you are projecting and the questions what they are asking. This should match. People will say, hey, I didn't clear interview. Maybe you set a high expectation that I am the king and you fail to answer intermediate questions. That's why. See, it's all about you have 1 hour time and all you need to do is just trick their brains and impress. That's all. Okay. How you are tricking, it matters. We are all humans, right? You all know human emotions. It's just not about locators of Selenium. It's about human emotions also sometimes. Understand there. You have to win their hearts also, not just questions. So if you start a study manner with some low profile, then if they ask any questions, if you answer them, they'll match. The way they ask questions, the way you are projecting matches. Good. That was a mindset. Okay. So nobody will tell you, no article will tell you all this and nobody will tell you. It's all about, experience, and I'm your teacher and it's my duty to tell all this to my students because they are already spending lot of hours, effort, money to learn. Right? So these small things people will miss and they might lose the opportunity. So that's why it's my duty to step in like this in YouTube lives and give you a heads up. So that's about tone body language. Next question, Java, Python, JavaScript. Which one to choose to get job? What do you think? And this is like common question I get in my LinkedIn every time. So what I suggest is you should be strong in one language, guys. I think most of my students are strong in Java. I did not hear anybody saying I am very strong in Python, I want to learn Java. The reverse I did not see much. Most of the times I see people in Java. Fine. So whatever it is, you should be strong in one programming language, but you should also know the second one. 2 programming language is what you have to showcase in your resume. Let's say, you got a call on Cypress, right? That's in JavaScript. So if you go to interview, you can tell them that I'm strong in Java, but I know basics of JavaScript. So they can't drill you in JavaScript when you are explicitly telling that I am strong in Java, but not JavaScript. But that does not mean you cannot say I'm null in JavaScript, because if they want you to interview for Playwright, even Playwright is JavaScript, WebDriver IO is JavaScript. If they want to interview for JavaScript, at least if you say some basics and you should be able to answer some basic questions on JavaScript, then with that due respect, they will go to Java and they might ask you more questions on Java. So that's how, interviews happen, because nobody will find resumes if they want JavaScript expert. No way. So how people do is, okay, fine. Any programming language is fine. But if you have basics, that would be advantage for them to select you, because they will feel that you can cope up very fast because you already know one programming language. Okay. So if you ask me what to learn, don't choose one. You will end up nowhere. So have one strong base and top over it, learn another one. So you have 2 opportunities now. You can get jobs on Python also. Python is not, I won't say Python have less. Python also having a lot of jobs. So, but if you say strong Java, you can match it. So this is what you have to remember. One strong base, top over it, other programming language, you should have good basics. So if you are able to convince them with that basics, if they go ask some tough question, just tell them that, yeah, my expertise is in Java, and they agree it. So this is something you should do it, right? If you have a resume just with Java, you might face a tough in the current situation. It worked in the past. I'm not saying that it won't work, but with the latest trends, forget about others. My students are now very tough competition to the market. Rahul Shetty students are giving very, very tough competition. Trust me, because previously, I proudly say that they really say my lectures are very good to understand. So they learn Java, they learn JavaScript, they'll kick the resume with all this content, and yeah, we are in the market with tough competition. My gang is tough, so to handle them, people should learn second language also. Okay, so yeah, right now see 600,000 students. 600,000 students means so much of competition. Okay, guys, I'll answer your questions, but most of your questions will be covered in my agenda itself. So just be patient. What are the items I have to consider for next job move? Sorry, actually, these three questions suffice this question, right? All these three together. Now you understood what are the items you have to consider for your next move, right? One is like how you have to learn your content. So what are the topics you want to learn? How to set your body language also we know, and what are the programming languages you have to focus. All the tips from the last I don't know, did we 36 minutes, whatever I said, if you strictly follow them, nobody can stop you. Yeah, this is one more famous question. If I am beginner, let's say you are good in manual testing and you recently started with automation. So what should I start? I am hearing that Cypress is good, Playwright is good, WebDriver IO is good, but Selenium is also top. So which one you should start? If you are a beginner, so this is only for beginners, guys. If you already have little experience, maybe this answer will not suit you. If you are a beginner, go with Selenium, because Cypress and Playwright, all these are like these tools giving us some extra, what do you say, convenience. Now, if you click on a link in Cypress or Playwright, what happens is automatically they will wait until the page is loaded. So they will see whether the page is fully loaded and all the elements are completely showing up. I mean, they will wait until the application is stable. That inbuilt happens in the latest automation frameworks. Okay, that won't happen in Selenium. So if you start with Selenium, you will understand pain points like wait times, test will fail, synchronization issues, and stale element exceptions. So many things you will see. So if you learn all them pain points, why all these, I mean, all the way, and if you are good in Selenium, then later when you start with this, you will feel so comfort. You will feel like, oh, how easy it is, or you will appreciate the latest frameworks. But if you directly start with them, like, and it's not easy to go back. So if you start learning Selenium later, then so many things will fail when you start a script, because implicit waits, explicit waits, it will confuse you, it will demotivate you. But start with Selenium, you will see what the life is in automation world. So and then these are like extra business class. So yeah, start with economic class and go to business class. That's what I suggest. Okay, yeah, so that's my suggestion for beginners. But I know most of us obviously already know Selenium, so they can directly choose one of the programming other automation tools. Right, and this question, this is what I want to stress. What are the latest courses I released recently? How would it help you in the job? So what is my latest course? Do anyone remember? What did I recently released? This is the one. You know what? I have 29 courses, right? The most painful course for me to explain, create is this one. Learn data structures and algorithms. Oh my God. Trust me, I took a lot of pain to create this. At some point of time, I thought of giving up also. Because, problem is the expectation. People expect me that, okay, when I take this guy course, I could learn, definitely, no matter what. But data structure is something complex, right? For me to explain this, to make students understand, I tried many things. You can see in my course, I have explained whiteboard. I just took whiteboard, pencil, pen, everything. Like how you explained in the school, I drawn a diagrams, lot of things I put effort. And thanks, because already 152 people rated me. So that means people are still liking me there. So yeah, I have a good reviews also, so thank you for that. And now, why you should learn this course? Self-explanatory. Everybody know why data structures is required, because people want to hit bull eye. People want to get big packages, solid salaries, right? That means they want to go to some top based product based companies, FANG, Facebook, Amazon, Google. For that, to reach there, you should start somewhere tuning your brain to the complicated questions. First step to think about those companies is this course. This is the first step. So you see the subject, part 1. Okay. I just cannot start explaining you some typical graphical problem on first go. Before that, you have to understand a lot of concepts, right? It's just not directly I can jump and explain you how the graph work, or how queues work, how heap memory work, or how stack work. You will not understand. There should be a process to learn that. So in this part 1 course, the concepts are explained very well on whiteboard, architectural, and we also took some good number of examples to understand. So once you complete part 1, I think, I'm not sure about FANG companies, but some of very good product based companies interviews will be cleared, because the questions what I explained are interview questions only. I just didn't randomly take any sample. I googled some interview questions and I explained them. Okay, so most of the data structure questions in product based companies can be cleared if you complete this part 1. Part 2 is some again extreme, guys. It's more tough, complicated. I am still taking the feedback about part 1. Give me some time based on the people feedback and how they are coping up. Based on that, I will start part 2, because part 2 definitely I should open Amazon question paper and I have to explain you each and every question, right? That's my target. Open Google DS algos and explain it. And to be frank, even I also can't clear some of their questions because I am not, see, I'm not a god like do know everything, right? To part 2 preparation, first of all, I am a student. I also have to do a lot of work. So I have to solve the question papers of Amazon, Google. I have to tune my brain. I have to struggle myself first. Let me go there, and then I will take you there. Okay, so that's the deal. If you ask me to create any automation course, it's hardly 2-3 days for me to explore and create. But this is tricky, guys. So even I have to be also student like you. So give me some time to get prepared. So, and I'll definitely come with part 2 in 2023. But first complete this part 1 and this long run. Okay. Yeah, and apart from that, I released a GitHub course also. I don't know why people are taking this as granted. This is so powerful, guys. This will explain you how much real-time experience you have in your company, right? So you sit in a company, you get a merge conflicts. See, you should stand out as a star among others, right? How would you stand? You should have some charm, like the lot of tricks I have explained in this Git course. So when you screw up any branches, when you delete branch accidentally, and when code is gone, there are so many things you can do with the Git. It's just not a push, pull, merge. Okay, there's so many things are there. I itself surprised when I am exploring Git that, oh, can we do these many things with Git? So this course is absolutely for that. And just show your spark in your company. I hope you all have free access if you are already having Udemy in your company, right? So just, I think 6 hours, 2 days, 2 days is enough for you. So just see, and trust me, you will email me. If you don't satisfy course, take a refund. Who is asking you? But you will definitely feel so much happy about this course. See, I'm not marketing here. I don't need marketing. You guys know. Okay. So that is, I crossed that mark. Already my students are marketing, word of mouth. If I am really marketing, I would do so many things like meeting you guys regularly, monthly. I can conduct meetups. I can do so many things. It's not marketing. It's for your good. If you still think that's marketing, I cannot do anything, but I'm telling you, but these are like some charm courses what I created, and it's just not Selenium which will keep you on heights. You should learn all these things also to shine yourself and to grow up in your career. Okay. Yeah, DevOps things all I discussed previously, so I don't want to stress much. Just the whole point here is to just review the courses what I released in the last quarter, and these two are like top courses which will help you to increase your knowledge on the subject. Okay, so before we go live session, I mean chat session. The another thing what I want to tell you is the next thing what I am working is GraphQL now. Have you heard about GraphQL? And that is one of the latest technology which is really booming. At least from 2020, there is so much demand for GraphQL. That is just like APIs, but that's a whole different way of dealing it. So it's like API testing only, but more about that I will talk in my videos. But one good news is I'm not going to create a new course for it. As it is part of API family, I am going to inject those videos in my existing tutorials of REST API testing and Postman. In these two sections, you will see about GraphQL. Okay, so that's definitely mark my words. Next year you will hear about GraphQL. Definitely, even if you don't hear now, very soon in job descriptions you will see GraphQL. So I already delayed. Sorry, I would have brought this 3-4 months ago, but I took some rest from these tutorials. But again, I'm back. By end of the November, I will push these tutorials in my existing tutorials. No more new courses coming for that. And another thing, what I'm thinking is going forward, instead of creating new courses, I'll try to push content in the existing courses itself. Right? I don't want to create a new course and again market all that. I'll see if I can push all the new content coming forward in somewhere existing courses wherever applicable. So that way, you need not spend money again. So with the existing money what you spent already, you can keep learning new things. Okay. I'll see. Mostly more than 1 or 2 courses, I won't create new courses. If possible, part 2 also I will push in the DS course itself. Let's see. That's what I am thinking. Beneficial to students. And I also cannot manage like so many courses. It's making me tough to handle also. Okay, so keeping that in mind, let's go to some chat session. I am seeing questions from you already. There are some good questions already I have seen. So I'll try to answer them. Maybe it will help you also, that if you are looking for that question. So first question, for GraphQL, is it needed to have experience in API? Yeah, API experience will help definitely. And this should be learnt with conjunction of API. So I recommend you to have first knowledge on API. If you still not have knowledge on API testing, then don't go for GraphQL. First complete API testing. Okay, after that, you can learn GraphQL. Yeah, sorry, I forgot to tell you. It's just not, there is another course also on API testing, which is SOAP UI. It's just not about API testing. Here we discuss SOAP web services also. So content will be pushed in this course as well. Okay. So Rahul, please share Telegram channel link. Telegram channel link. Hold on, let me give you. Maybe you can ask questions there also, few of the students. I shared the channel link, but you can join later. I'll pin the message on top, so you can get it whenever you want. And also make sure you subscribe to this YouTube channel as well, because whenever I want to come live, so it might easy for you to get notified and watch. But do remember, again I'm saying, most of people ask me that why can't you come online very often, like every few weeks? Why can't you conduct some meeting sessions outside? So I don't believe all this, guys. If I want to have any information, then only I will come online. If it is related to concept, then I'll push it in my courses. Today I came online. You know why? Because you saw that there is something very quality content about interviews. Only if there is any subject, then only I'll come online. I just don't come randomly to market or increase my YouTube subscribers or increase my YouTube revenue. Only when it matters, I'll be there. So just subscribe and you will be get notified when I'm online. So, future of Playwright with JavaScript. So, if you observe, am using everywhere slash Playwright whenever I use Cypress JavaScript, because I'm really getting impressed with the way how Playwright is growing up in the every new version. Recently, they released a new fix where like you can identify the locator on page based on the text. We still have them in we using Xpath also you can write, but the way they are bringing new things, this it making me crazy. Like Cypress and Playwright are like they're fighting like anything with the new versions. And my personally I love Playwright more than Cypress, but obviously job market is right now little more on Cypress side because this is little old tool than Playwright is emerging, just like how Cypress is 3 years ago. Now it is emerging, but definitely I think it's a lot of scope. But another problem here is Selenium also trying to address many issues what Cypress and Playwright already providing. So how many of you guys know here why Cypress and Playwright? Why not Selenium? So let's say if you get this in your interview question, in your resume you put Cypress Playwright, and people will ask you, when you already have Selenium, why did you choose Cypress? Why did you choose Playwright? The best feature in this JavaScript frameworks is that, as I said, synchronization. It will automatically wait for a page to get stable. It will automatically wait for a link to appear, for image to be loaded. There are many synchronization issues which are already solved. Due to this, flakiness of your test execution is tremendously reduced in Cypress and Playwright. Okay, there are many other benefits also, but all those are not really important for making a move from Selenium to other tools. But this is something which is main reason for people to move because of flakiness, sync issues in Selenium. But now what I heard is, I follow Selenium official people on Twitter. So one of them tweeted that they were trying to fix the synchronization problem, and even Selenium also might intelligently wait until page is fully stable. If they can get that level of extent, that level of fixes in their upcoming version, then again Selenium will be as usual number one. Even now it is number one, but again there will be no solid reason for people to move to Cypress or Playwright if Selenium come with that sync flakiness fix. Let's see if it happens. I'll definitely let you know. Okay, so now you decide like how things are going in market. Playwright with Cucumber, yeah, you can use it. Playwright with, right now in my tutorials we have Playwright with Mocha. Yeah, this is in my to-do list. After GraphQL lectures are complete, I will push new videos on my existing course itself on Playwright with Cucumber. Okay, another question. Sir, how the data structure helps in QA automation? No, data structure helps if you want to write some scenarios like stack queues to store your data, to randomly remove it. It's required. But to be frank, you don't really need that much of data structure. You can handle them with your hash maps, hash tables, or Java array list. These are enough to handle in QA automation. Then why to learn? If that is your question, to clear interviews, what to do, right? People will check your logical ability. To clear interviews, they want you to be expert, that whatever job is given to you, you should be able to do it. Okay, for that, the only way for them to test is your ability. That ability can be tested with coding, sometimes data structures in top based companies. So for that reason, for entry pass into company, we are learning data structures, maybe not that much in the real time experience. Okay, so how about Catalan Studio? I don't see that making much sound, so I don't comment on that. If it is really making much sound, and if that is a one people requesting me a lot, I might make a course. But from last 4 years, I never got a chance to. It did not caught my attention or my students' attention, so that's about it. Because good or bad, we can't talk on any paid tools, right? If it is a open source, I would have talked so much on that. But Catalan is a paid tool and so many people are behind it. So I don't want to comment anything plus or minus about any paid tools. Sir, please suggest good Selenium book. Why do you need book? Because things change so faster, right? You will have some deprecated things in the books. They'll write a book 3 years back. By now, so many things are changed. So better just Google. Google is your book, and you have a lot of articles to read on one subject. Why do you want to stick to the book? That's old fashioned, guys. The days are gone to read a book. What about Tosca? Same comment from my side on Tosca also. I would not comment on paid automation tools. Um, so I am not sure how many of you guys know. Many of paid automation tools teams have reached out me to endorse their product. They asked me to be a brand ambassador for their product. They offered me very good amount. I can't tell you amount, monthly wise, right? They have offered me very good amount just to endorse the product, to do some LinkedIn posts, some articles, one free course. But I rejected them because, right, there are many followers to me who blindly follow me. I cannot make a course which is not really making sound in the market and ask people to go it. People blindly learn it. But if it does not help to them, then it's like my self goal of making money. So that's why you might see many trainers talking about many paid tools in their YouTube channels, or they make a courses out of it, explaining them because they endorsing that. You won't see anything from me. Check out my history, because that's the reason. I think around 7 people reached out to me from 7 different products to endorse their automation tools. Even whatever amount they offered, I rejected just because of the what trust I had, what people had on me. I don't know if you believe or not, but this is a true fact. So please talk about Docker, Kubernetes, security testing. Docker, this is something which is really required for you to understand. I don't want you to be expert and create all the Docker images, but I'm not sure, like, if you're already aware, but have some Docker concepts, containers, Dockers, images, because the things are changing rapidly, right? Now, previously, to execute all your tests in nightly build, people used to have one VM and they used to execute in that virtual machine. Now what they are doing is they are just spinning up a Docker and they are executing all their tests in the container. If you go and sit in a project and people say, hey, we want to use Docker and container, don't get confused. So you need to really have some basic knowledge on Docker. And again, like, if you want to know where I can learn, there are a lot of places I have explained you Docker, I think. One course is there. I am not sure. See, I even forget my course names also. This one, SDET Tech Architect Essentials. This is super cool course, which is really not tied up to any automation tool, but concepts like, Jackson APIs, JSON file, Dockers, window batch files, Jenkins pipelines, Groovy scripts, Java streams, Git commands. There are a lot of good things you have in this test architect essentials. In this course, I have already taken care on Docker, but I also have a plan of creating one small Docker section in my existing Selenium course also. In this course, I want to put some Docker content and show how to run Selenium tests inside the Docker. That is on plan. Maybe you can expect by February 2023. Okay, no new course, trust me. In the existing course itself, with your existing money itself, you can learn it. Okay, Concept.js. Sorry Mahesh, I really don't have much knowledge about that tool. It didn't caught my attention. So coupon for data structure course, coupon. I think there is one coupon which is accidentally expired today, I think. Try this coupon. Okay, if you want to buy any course today, try this 2209. If this does not work, on Monday try this. Okay, 2209 should work. I think that is expiring on 14th, but today is 15th. I'm not sure. If this does not work, fine. Just wait one day. I will add a new coupon. So 2210 is something you can try on Monday, not today. So you can get all courses what you see in this Udemy for less price with these coupons. Okay, and if you want to buy them bulk on one shot, every course with one single purchase, then come to my website. There you have. Then all future release courses, current release courses, everything you can buy on one single go. So lifetime you will get all the courses what I release from Rahul Shetty. Right now there is some also going on marketing that you can use this coupon to get a platinum user of Rahul Shetty Academy. Okay, so yeah, another thing, most of us asking me, you guys tell me if I am doing correct or wrong. Okay, this is left to you. You answer me in chat. Some people are not happy when I update course content. See, Selenium course content recently, I have remade whole framework sections. 10 hours of course, 10 hours of framework content I remade. Why? See, we have to catch up with the market, right? The the previous videos courses I made in 2019. By then, so many technologies came, or so many good ways of framework doing came. Everything came. I have to cope up in the market. Okay, so some people say I want those videos only. Fine, but I want to stand in the market with the current trends. So if I just live previous 19 or 18 content, then obviously I'll be lost in the market. At the same time, people also should know how the latest ways of doing it, right? So definitely I made 8 hours update, but I have so many people message me that no, I want old content. And this new content is something little tricky. Fine. It will be tricky because you never watched it. So let's say you are buying shoes. Until yesterday you had comfort shoes, but you want to buy new one. After you wear, you will feel like old shoes only better. The new shoes you will feel not much comfort on day one, right? You go to haircut, you cut your hair. Day one you won't like it. But wait 3-4 days, you will like your haircut. Wait 3-4 days, you will like your new shoes. On day one you won't feel comfort. Okay, you cannot be in the same zone. People ask me, hey, I want those videos only. See, technologies are changing, trends are changing. I want you update things, right? So some people are giving bad reviews saying Rahul Shetty is updating videos frequently once in a year. That's how we have to catch in the market. Okay, we cannot stuck. So try to understand. So that's a request. And when I make, see why I need to make 10 hours course. Is it I can happily live with the existing content, right? I am also taking pain to create new things. So that means it's for our benefit. Try to understand that. Okay, so somebody is saying, no, it was not tricky and it was really challenging, sir. I'm not sure what is the subject, but let's see other things. Rahul Shetty 2209 coupon code entered is not valid for this course. Okay, just give me 24 hours. Tomorrow exactly Sunday night 9:30. Use 2210. It will work. Okay. So I'm sorry because I'm not prepared for marketing, right? So I don't have coupons, anything ready to share in the YouTube. Tomorrow try this. It will work. Just 24 hours. Which is better with Playwright, using JavaScript or Java? See, Playwright is originally made in JavaScript. So Java, it's not still popular. So that's why I didn't make a course also. Right now, whoever using Playwright in the market, mostly they are using with JavaScript only. Because the flavor, what you get is more with JavaScript frameworks. Okay. If you want to really learn Playwright, please start with JavaScript. Just because you are good in Java, don't go at this moment. Both are having same benefits, but you should also think about what market is doing, because your ultimate goal is to go and get a job, right? So as per them, start with that. Okay, so please make rest assured automation using Java Spring Boot. I made a course on Java Spring Boot itself. You can check it out. Why not? Course is there. Everything is there, guys. Just check. 30 courses are there. Java. Somebody is asking Java Spring Boot. You see, Spring Boot fundamentals. You there. Everything I have explained. Creating REST APIs itself, I shown. It's not testing. I have created development courses also. I created how to create Angular apps, how to create REST APIs, developers course, backend. All things are there. But people most like, my audience is on testing, so these courses are not getting much popular. But if you gone through these courses, you can do development also. Best tool for Python API automation. So right now for Python API automation, there is only library called a request. That is the best library I see people are using heavily. A request, I mean for Java, rest assured, right? Rest assured is library which will help you to automate REST APIs. Similarly for Python, there is a library called request. That library is the popular one. And again, check my page number 2, I don't know, page number 3, there is a course which explains you how to automate API test cases using Python. That also there. You need not worry about where to learn everything. This is one library for you. Can you tell about mobile automation? Again, mobile automation, I always tell people, mobile automation is something, is a future. To tell you very simple manner, how many of you are watching now in the mobile? More than, I can see stats here. Let me tell you. 74% people watching this live. Right now, I think around 500 users are there. 70% are using a mobile. So mobile testing is booming. And if you want to automate, there is only one king in the market, which is Appium. There are other tools also, but this is going crazy because this is inherited from Selenium and it's an open source. There are other tools like Perfecto. I don't remember the exact names, but open source is what people prefer, and Appium. And here also, some people are not happy. Why? See, Appium released 2.0 and people asking me 1.0 videos. 2.0 is completely different. You know what? The complete course, every lecture of this course I remade. There is a 24 hours course I completely remade in the June, August. You know how much pain I took? After making every remake, people start saying, my company is still using 1.0, give me that. Okay, you are still at 1.0, but I have to get update in the market. Let's say a new student joins, and if he learn 24 hours on 1.0 and then he realized that 2.0 is releasing next month and whatever he learnt is waste, right? If that is the case, see, that's so bad, right? Because 2.0 is now in beta version. Beta means it's a release candidate but not officially released. Just like Selenium 4 is on beta version, right, for some days, and then official version is released. Similarly for Appium, 2.0 is also in beta version. So if you have lent my Appium course before June, then all trash, guys. All whatever you lent is gone. Now everything changed in 2.0. Now whatever videos I uploaded, now remade, it's on the latest 2.0. And no tutorial in the internet have still published 2.0. I have banged my head in reading their official documentation, reaching them through Google forums to understand and made a course. So now this is the updated content and they are planning to release 2.0 officially in January. Thereafter, all your previous learning on Appium is gone. Yeah, we have to update. We don't have option, right? We have to go how they take care of it. Okay, so sir, is there any projects for telecom students in manual automation testing? Actually, that's a bad question. No matter what student you are, you can still use the same apps, right? Don't forget about your background. There are students, I would give my LinkedIn post, the Uber driver. I would, if I tell that people, there's no proof, right? There is an email for me, I'll post it in my LinkedIn. The Uber driver got a job. And he got a job by listening the colleagues. I mean, he used to drop in Hyderabad, high-tech city. The people get into the car, right? He used to listen the conversations, and one of the students suggested them that testing is easy because that guy did BA, MCOM, and he did not get job anywhere. So he started using Uber car, and one of his in his car, the passenger suggested a QA, passenger suggested one of the course, and he drafted a 15 lines email. So that means forget about your background. Just BCom, BA, MCom, whatever you did, you can get a job as long as you have proper study on the subject. And I am here to help you on the subject. Okay. What is microservice automation? And microservices is, I'm not sure, don't confuse between REST APIs and microservices. This is what people are asking me here. REST APIs and microservices both are similar, but there is a difference. Okay, microservices automation mostly looks similar, but the whole architectural conceptual is little different. Most of the companies are using microservices also. Again, we have a course. I don't want to open that page because it looks like more marketing. Find out. Go to this link, find out the microservices automation, how to do, and do it. Okay, I'm not going to show now that. Cloud computing for a tester. There is not much relation with QA, so you can ignore cloud computing. That means AWS, guys. Executing your tests on AWS, right? That's what I said. Previously, we used to have real virtual machines to automate, right? Now you have 100 test cases in your company. Where you will run it? You need a machine to run. Now these days, what they are doing is they are giving to cloud. They are connecting to cloud AWS, cloud Google Cloud, and it's running on the cloud servers, right? So for that, what people suggest is have some cloud automation, AWS knowledge, so you know how to connect your tests to AWS, how to run them in EC2 instances. EC2 instance is one of the AWS concept. Okay, so that knowledge might require, but very less. Already there would be strong DevOps team in your company. Okay, they can suggest you to fix all that. DevOps basics you can definitely learn from here. If you're really interested in cloud computing, yeah, we have very good courses. Azure DevOps, just like AWS. Azure DevOps course is there, and DevOps fundamentals course is there. Here Docker, Jenkins, lot of things are there. If you are interested, learn. But first focus on your QA. If you are good, this is your extra item. I mean, to go to the higher positions like test architect, senior software engineer. If you want to go to that extent, then yes, definitely you should consider DevOps as well. Basics. Don't go into depth and do AWS certification. We don't need all that in QA. Okay. Load Runner course, please. This is from Nani. Load Runner is a paid tool. Mostly I avoid making courses on paid tool, but there is a perfect competitor for Load Runner, which is JMeter performance testing. It's a open source. Why can't you learn it? There are a lot of jobs. If you want to go in performance testing career, just JMeter course is enough. JMeter tool is enough for you to clear interviews. Load Runner, yeah, that's a paid tool, and I don't think many of people are using it now. Okay, so next question I'm getting, there is no such called database automation. You might be good in the SQL queries. Somebody is asking me database automation. There is nothing called a database automation. Be good in the queries, SQL queries. Sometimes people might ask you, see, here I have listed this 20%, right? Here I would put SQL also, guys. Just make sure you have some basics, because in some companies they use heavily SQL to get the information. So if possible, I would recommend you to go through the basics. Again, we have a courses on SQL also, just 8 hours course, very good content, perfect to the point. Complete that 8 hours and you will be good on SQL. So somebody is asking, can I get a CI/CD pipeline course? Yes, we have it. Please check it out. I don't want to again go through my courses list. Do you have any slowness, guys? What is difference between so same questions are repeating. Is CP SAT certification is useful? I don't know what it is. JMeter advanced course coming. No, there is no advanced courses coming on JMeter. Whatever now it is available, I think that is self-sufficient for you to clear interviews. Alright guys, I think we are already crossed 1 hour. So one last few things I have to tell before I wrap up this. So again, I want to stress on same thing. Please expand your exposure. UI automation is not the only thing available. As I mentioned here, if possible, just focus on where it is. Sorry, manual process. I shown you the course, right? Go enroll it, finish it. There are a lot of good things in it. SQL, please do some basics on SQL. API testing. So if possible, please prepare a notes on yourself. Okay, every time you cannot go back. I understand that we prepare everything, after 3 months we forget. It's not just you, even I forget. I'll tell you one funny thing. Sometimes I watch my own videos to brush up my concepts. Trust me. Okay, so everybody forget. I understand. So, if possible, write down the notes. So, casually, randomly, once in a month, you can refer your notes or when you are commuting. So, you will have a good understanding and good confidence on the things. Okay. Uh, Regarding courses, I'm telling GraphQL is coming next month. Please, I mean, in the existing course itself, watch out that. And I'm also creating some Selenium Docker videos in this existing course. Watch out that. And what else? Do you have any final questions to me? And LinkedIn, guys, I'm going to give my LinkedIn profile because next live I'm trying something different. Audio live. That means you can directly talk with me in audio. So right now I am chatting with you, seeing your question and answering, right? Instead, there is a something called LinkedIn Space. They recently created a new tool where I can arrange one audio session. You can listen my audio. I can unmute. You all can join as usual. I can unmute someone. They can talk something like their pain points, and I can answer to them. Okay, that is very cool thing what LinkedIn recently introduced. Let's try this next time. Maybe we can use that for mock interviews. Okay, so I think you have my LinkedIn profile, but let me give it. So this is only available on LinkedIn. So maybe we can conduct one session, audio session in LinkedIn to interact with you all. Hold on, guys. I will replace that pinned message there on top. And now you can see that it is replaced with my LinkedIn. Go and follow me. In November, let's have this audio session. So interactively, you can talk and I can hear, I can respond back, right? And as usual, please do subscribe in my YouTube channel as well. And we should be good. If there is nothing else, I will go sign off for today. Once again, thank you very much for encouraging me, because word of mouth is very important for anyone to succeed. It could be movie, it could be courses, or it could be anything. Because I don't do any marketing. All the marketing is done by my students with the word of mouth. They are telling to their colleagues, friends, relatives. That is how things are expanding. And now I am here with around 600,000 students. It's just not a simple thing. It just won't happen with me. There are a lot of people behind me increasing the publicity with word of mouth. Thank you for all that. And probably in the next month, we will do the audio session on LinkedIn, and I will keep you posted on the details as well. So somebody is saying, Jagannath, last question, sir, please. Okay, go ahead, Jagannath. Let's see what is that. And please post here. I am sure that it will be lost in the comments, but anyways, you can message me in person and I will respond to that. So thanks. That's the final word I have. And I hope I will have all your blessings to continue like this and to bring more and more courses in the coming future. This is your instructor Rahul Shetty signing off.